Hello everybody, it's me here, Cameron Brown, and a warm welcome to the How to Cameron channel, and welcome to a new phenomenal video. Today, the title is not clickbait. I mean, I don't even know what I'm titling this video, but ultimately, I've got a job, and I'm really happy. I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole situation and everything. It's a bit of an update to the video I made talking about my university results, where I mentioned how I got a 2-2 in chemistry from the University of Nottingham. I haven't actually uploaded that video yet, so I don't know how you guys have received it. Maybe everyone left me hate comments, maybe everyone was supportive, I don't know. I've been looking for jobs, I would say, for about a month or so, but only recently, I would say in the past week, I've actually been making progress with it. I've had a lot of conversations with recruiters, and I've had like telephone interviews, you could call them, but nothing too serious. But in the past week, I've had 2 in-person interviews. For me, what changed, my opportunity scope, you could call it, was being open to relocation. For me, relocating, moving out is something that I care a lot about. I've lived with my family my whole life. And I think, it's great that I have a good family who I'm able to, live with for such a long period of time. But for me, it's so important for me to move out and gain that independence, because I think when you have a family home and you don't move out of it and you just commute to uni, you just don't grow up. And for me, I felt like I just didn't grow up. I feel the same as I did when I finished my A-levels, ultimately. For me, I never really went out with people at night, like I never really went clubbing or anything. I didn't really make any new friends at uni. And honestly, I'm just a loser. And I think it's time for me to get out there and make friends. And I think moving out, it forces you to do that. So that's what I hope will happen. Because for me, what I've noticed is there's been lots of people that I've seen, I know I could be friends with, I know I could get on with them, but I've had no motivation to make the effort to try to invite them out, try to get them to come out with me. I've never cared, okay? And that's not a good thing, okay? Obviously getting out there, going clubbing, going to bars, having fun at night, like shit like that, that's what I want to do. Okay, that sounds really sus. Actually, not in a sus way, but for me, my social life is not good. Okay, I have one really close friend in John, and he's an amazing friend, but for him, he's in a completely different part of his life. He's in a stable relationship, he's got a stable job. I'm new to everything, okay? I'm literally new to everything. And ultimately, me and him, we're very different. So he's a close friend of mine, opposites normally bond well together. But ultimately, what he's looking for in his life is completely different to what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for comfort, okay? I'm looking for opportunities. I'm looking to meet new people. And I really believe that moving out will force me to do that, 100%. So what is the job I've got? Well, I'm going to be a junior site chemist working for a hazardous waste company doing night shifts. Now, I obviously did night shifts at Amazon and I was fine with them. They were fine. Honestly, if the shifts were during the day, I probably would have found them worse, to be honest. So for me, night shifts are something that I am completely up to. The job is 36 grand a year starting salary. Like, that's nuts. I actually think people are going to not believe me. I think people are going to actually think I'm lying because I'm saying that, but it's legit 36 grand a year. Admittedly, 10 grand of that is the night shift bonus. But for me, I can do night shifts. In fact, I want to do night shifts. I'm talking about wanting to go out and, make new friends and get out at night and all that crap. Bro, all them events are happening at night, okay? Like, I should want to be awake during the night. And for me, my sleep schedule is absolutely insane. So for me, it's not a problem doing night shifts. The job itself, though, it's a good job. To be honest, I know waste management, that sounds like sewage. It's nothing to do with sewage. It's literally just waste chemicals. So a lot of it is just acids and just used solvents. Nothing like disgusting or anything. Yeah, it's hazardous and you have to wear the proper protection and everything. But you're more of a chemist. You're the chemist. You're not the one actually like moving the tanks and stuff. So it's not even like a manual job so much, But for me, I'll tell you what happened. So I went to the interview yesterday. I'm going to have to move near Stoke. What a great place to live, I know. I'm going to be living on my own. It's going to be so weird. It's going to be so weird, but I'm really excited. I would love to put up the email saying I got the job, but you guys legit would contact the company. I'd have some haters contact the company and literally get me fired even before I started. I just know that's true. I just know someone would write an email, "Dear bleep, Cameron put his bone in a child," and then boom, I've lost my job and I'm unemployed forever. Great, thanks for the help, guys. No, I just can't. I can't show the proof because people would legit, like, I'd legit be in trouble for it. Like, I just know what YouTube is like. I know how much people hate me. You know, it's a shame though. But you'll see me move. Like, it's not like you won't believe me. Okay, now I'm acting like I'm actually lying. It's just because the wage is so high. Like, I don't even believe it myself, to be honest. I won't believe it until I actually work the job. But I'm sure there won't be any problems. I went to the interview. There were 2 guys there, and I just got on with them so well. And you know, an interview's going well when it turns more into a conversation. I was literally just talking to the manager, like we were just conversating about chemistry. And like, for me, I didn't enjoy my degree. I didn't enjoy studying my degree, mostly because I didn't enjoy being a student, okay? I think a lot of that was down to this hybridized state of being a student and being around people my age, people I want to get on with, but then living at home. And I just think those 2 things work against each other massively. Like, I was almost being teased the freedom of being out of the house and everything, but then actually I was just living at home still, if that makes any sense. And also I had, as I mentioned before, a lot of bad memories and shit because of my ex-girlfriend, one of my ex-girlfriends. And for me, that was a big thing for me. It really ate away at me and it made me feel like I was living in the past. But coming outside of a university environment, going to an industrial place, I just felt that reignition of chemistry. Like, I enjoy chemistry. I'm good at chemistry. You have to be good at chemistry to get a 2-2. People are acting like a 2-2 is such a shit grade. Bro, it's literally 10% less than a 2-1, which you would, you know, judge to such a high regard. Like, it's not that bad, okay? And it's from the University of Nottingham. I see people say, "Oh, I got a first in geography." Bro, it's fucking geography, you donut. Like, what are you gonna use geography for? Like, you can't compare it, okay? But I'm not salty or anything. I sound very bitter. "I got a first in filming." Great, well done. So much better than a 2-2 in chemistry, in which no employers would care for a bloody videography. Like, apply to Tesco, okay? Don't apply to the environmental firms where I'm applying. But yeah, I got the job and I was really happy about it. I was so happy. I got on well with the interviewers. On Friday, I had an interview as well. That was for a different role. It was for a business trainee role, which ultimately you'd go into for the long-term gain of management. But that job was only 22 grand a year. You know, it wasn't that much. And I still was, you know, passionate about that job. But unfortunately, like, I just didn't feel like the interview went that well. Like, it went well, but at the end of the interview, you know, I asked, "What are the next stages from here?" And the guy said to me, "Well, we've got to interview a few other candidates." And at that point, I thought to myself, like, I'm clearly in contention with other people here. And because of that, you know, I went on to that other interview, that interview that I went to yesterday. What day is it today? I think it was Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday yesterday. I went to that interview not really knowing the result of the first interview, so I didn't really care too much about it. If I knew that I got the first job, I probably wouldn't have, you know, continued with this process, because I did really like that first job. But with the second job, you know, I accepted the offer, and then I got in contact, and then the recruiter for the first job actually messaged me many times. She kept calling me. I kept ignoring the calls because it's just awkward as fuck. And then I got an email from her saying, you know, "Cameron, I've got some good news for you, please pick up." And I was thinking to myself, like, I feel horrible. I'm just really good in interviews, okay? I think that's the case. I think you have to be when you've got a 2-2 in chemistry. But yeah, I'm really happy. You know, I'm going to start my job at the end of August, so for about a month, I'm going to have actual time off, time to actually, you know, take a breath, because I finished uni, I worked at Amazon straight away, and then I've just been looking for work. Looking for work is a full-time job in itself. The amount of mental strain it puts on you is horrible. And to be honest, like, I'm still a little bit nervous because I've been given verbal confirmation, I've been given written confirmation from the recruiter. The recruiter keeps calling me saying, "Yeah, you've got the job, how's everything going?" But like, I'm still waiting for the written contract. He said I'm getting that today, so hopefully by the time this video is out, I've already signed everything and everything's up to scratch. But I'm still a little bit nervous about it because it just feels so surreal. It really does. Like, it honestly was a field of chemistry I never looked at, like environmental chemistry, more waste management chemistry, but it's a really big industry and it's actually very interesting. It's recycling, a lot of it's recycling, so it's actually good for the environment. So what I will be doing, on top of it being good money, it will actually be benefiting the planet, okay? Which is good because I quit vegetarianism a month ago and I need to counteract the sins. I mean, I only eat chicken and fish, but it's still bad for the environment, you know?